Hello, it's me again, Thowden. We're here post E3 to bring you all of our thoughts on just about everything that happened last 2 weeks. Joining me today to talk about the latest news in the world of video games, DJ. Hello.
Hello, it's a new world for video game.
The brand new world. It's what I've heard. A
Something
whole
new
new
point of
world.
view.
Yes, an entirely different point of view. It's true. I've heard this from my friend Sora. He knows. He knows very well what's
Whatever,
going on.
dude. Sora's still in the
No.
plastic wrap on your shelf.
That's not
Yep.
true at all, because I beat The Witcher 3, and I have officially opened the packaging on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh my god.
It's happening! Everybody put your hands in the air. It's happening. Such a good day. Put your hands up. Yep. It's the police. Get down on the ground.
Can I put my hands down yet?
Yeah, you can put your hands down. That's
Okay.
fine. Jake's here. Mary's here. We're all here.
Yep.
We're all here.
Yes.
So I was driving to get barbecue yesterday, and I saw a billboard for Kingdom Hearts in my podunk town, which it's just too good. It's just
Is it
too
a sign saying your children might be playing this game?
much.
Be on the lookout.
Stop them. Yeah, no, it was your key to kindness or whatever that stupid billboard campaign.
PSA thing. Yeah.
PSA thing, yeah. And you got Sora standing there with the Keyblade and all his friends, and it's like, why is that here in the middle of this woods? I don't understand.
So did like the government pay for these or something?
be,
or
right?
is it like I assume it's some sort of like sponsored thing, or maybe just Square is doing this as like a charitable thing and they get to write it off on their taxes. Or
Or maybe it's like shadow government, you know? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
the deep
They
state.
just they just need to know.
Yep.
You know?
Soros.
Key to kind. Yep. Absolutely. So how's everything going with you guys? We'll do a little brief catch up. How's your week's been? Not the kind of
Rainy.
rainy. Okay, good. Yeah, it's been rainy here too. Every day is rain. Literally every day this week is rain. So very excited. Summer's going great. We've had 2 days of summer and sun, and the rest of it has been rain.
Nice.
Just awful. It's terrible. A nightmare.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, it's fucking daylight outside, and it's like 9:30 at this point.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's good weather. It's good summer weather.
Yeah, like the sun doesn't go down here until like 9:30.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I have been paying attention to when the sun goes down because my sleeping schedule is all fucked up from E3 still, so I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm just at the computer constantly. And I spent all day making chili yesterday, so yeah.
Good thing to do on a summer day. Just make a little chili.
Yep.
I made like 2 Dutch ovens full of chili with like
It's a lot
more
of
than
chili.
$20 worth
What are
of
you
meat.
doing with all that
chili?
chili?
It's diet chili. It's good for you.
Oh.
It's just
Okay.
chili peppers and meat, and that's it. And that's
gonna
all that I'm
say,
gonna eat for like the rest of the week.
You're a no bean chili lady, right? It's
Yeah,
wrong.
this is totally like low carb friendly, all that bullshit. So I wanted to be lazy, and I got sick of salads like the past week. So
Isn't
That's
chili with
fair.
Opposite
no
direction.
beans? Is that just like sloppy Joe mix?
Yeah.
like-
kind of, except I use like real meat and not ground beef.
Okay.
So it's like beef chunks in like
Chunky.
pureed chilies. It's very
Ah.
good. It's more like curry, I guess, really.
Yeah. Like a Texan curry.
It's exactly what it's like.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, not really, but whatever. That's what I've been doing.
Okay. Hey, what can you do? So anything else you guys want to talk about before we kind of jump into E3 stuff? Is there a burning passion you have? Maybe. Yeah. Particular game?
Let's talk
maybe?
about E3.
Okay. Talk about E3 2019 overall impressions off the gun,
It's weird.
off the top. weird. That's just
E3 2019 was fucking weird.
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's like that weird in between. It's like, hey, we got new consoles coming, but we're not going to tell you exactly everything about them.
I don't know if they know everything about them. Like I feel like they're still so in
Dude,
flux.
real time
with it, too.
hardware ray tracing.
I know that they
Which-
both have an optical drive, supposedly. So that's
those-
interesting.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah. Physical
Man.
media is still here for the next
Is
generation.
there like has Blu-ray tech increased for what's those like 4K Blu-ray discs? Are they like 100 gigabyte now?
UHD, Blu-ray. Yeah.
Like
They're
okay,
big.
because
they're just-
they
yeah.
need to increase to that. Because I'm pretty sure some games are already coming on 2 discs at this point. Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Yep.
That FF7 remake they announced is going to be on 2 discs. So there you
It's on
go.
6 discs.
Yeah.
And you won't get
by
the 6th
end
one
of
until
it.
2037.
Yep.
It's gonna be on
Yeah.
2 discs, but also a 6-hour download on top of it. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a day one patch. You know, just-
Probably.
It's a Blu-ray
Few hundred
drive with a
gigs.
text file on it. It's just a CD
Yeah.
key.
Disc 1 says install disc. Disc 2 says day 1 patch.
Oof.
Oof, it's too real. Gotta take that one back. I can't. Oh.
Yeah, I remember the PC days.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was, yeah.
hmm
But yeah, this E3 was weird. Like a lot of the stuff they showed is stuff that's going to be out either by the end of this year or spring 2020. And that was pretty much it. Like if they showed a new game, it was just like a CG trailer, no actual gameplay, probably
Yep.
because it's going to be on the new systems and blah blah blah, so they don't really have anything ready to show for it yet, it seems like. And even Halo, like that's supposedly coming out on the old Xbox One, but nothing from the actual game, so who knows?
So my big problem is like I don't know if I want another console right now, especially when I know what the graphics cards look like right now, and I already kind of know what all the graphics cards at the top end do. Like it's just ray tracing stuff. So like, do I want another? I don't know. Just like ray tracing is neat, but I don't know. I feel like you could hold on this. I think you could if you wanted to take 1-2 more years and just keep the console generation going a little longer. I think you could. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily like time for a big leap.
So,
Yeah.
It is. Remember how long
yeah.
the last one went on?
Yeah.
And at the end, we were like, fuck. It's like, this should have ended like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Remember that
Especially
shit?
the PS3 and
Yeah.
360.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true, but I'm fine with sticking with my PC or whatever until they actually bring out like an exclusive that'll make me want to spend like $500-$600 on a new box because
It's going to take more than
So-
one
It's better
exclusive for me
right
to
now.
do that.
And-
you still haven't
yeah.
bought a PS4 yet anyway, and
Nope.
I've heard you
Or an Xbox.
list like 4 or 5 games now where you want that are PS4 exclusives, and you still haven't bought.
I don't
So like,
need them that much.
I think I'm with Jake here, where I don't specifically care to buy a new console, but the consoles, every time a console comes out, it brings out a new technological leap that the PC has already had, but game companies and hardware companies had no incentive to
Sure.
take advantage of it. So like hard drive, game playing, increased speeds, bigger RAM, Blu-ray drive games, downloading games. That was this generation. Next generation will see games actually utilizing SSD load rates, because odds are the SSDs that they're touting for fast load rates are currently like the ones we have, or like the NVMe 2 drives, which we can get, most motherboards have. And then the other thing is
I've been hearing that they're using hybrid drives, and I'm just like,
wow, I have one of those from like 3 years ago.
it's like hybrid
Well,
drives.
wow.
I mean, that would hold on to the trend of the consoles being like 4 years behind
Yeah.
PC tech.
yeah.
consoles want to cut prices as much as possible so they can get a
Absolutely.
return on their investment. And
It's like
blah,
the
blah,
next
blah.
consoles will have a
So-
GTX 780 in them. Something equivalent to
Yeah.
that. cutting edge.
But like the other step is ray tracing. We all saw that Minecraft demo, and like we all want, say what you want, we all want that thing to.
Sure.
We want games to look like that. If a console comes out like that, it incentivizes actual video game companies to go, let's take advantage of this. Let's make our games stand out. Let's utilize ray tracing, get some tech, or hire out a
Mhm.
third-party source, or make our in-house tech utilize this appropriately and make it more streamlined for our shitty ass GTX 780 or something.
Yeah.
And that will eventually help the second generation of Nvidia cards that we see in like 2021 or something. So while I don't necessarily want to buy a console, I am pretty happy it's going to force the general consumer take on games to be improved, which will help
Yeah.
PC games.
I don't know, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like companies are going to be like, why should we spend time putting ray tracing in when everybody's just going to turn it off so the game runs better?
Right, but that's the thing. If it works on the console, then
Works, air quotes.
right, but
It'll run
that's,
like
that's
If
why
they
fucking
built
shit,
it into
but-
the
It's the improvement.
game, yeah, but it'll run
Yeah.
well on your PC. That's
Yeah, or better.
like they'll
or-
actually use it.
I'm forgetting the term, but I think it starts with U or something. But making it more efficient rather than brute forcing it, which is I think what they're literally doing now, which is why it takes so much of your graphics card to deal with it.
Sure.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna believe like any of the specs they threw out on at E3 because it sounds way too just more powerful than
Teraflops.
I would expect out of something that's gonna be supposed to
Right.
be affordable.
Yeah, the
Well,
affordability.
maybe.
I saw
it
the
won't
number of
be
28
affordable.
28 gigabytes
Right.
of DDR6. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You're not putting 26
It's a lot of
gigs
RAM.
of video RAM in this fucking thing. Like not
I
even
bet they're
not
just-
even like a GTX like whatever 2080 Ti has 30 or 26 fucking gigs. Get out of here.
I bet they're snaking in the your RAM at GDDR video
dude.
RAM.
Well, they
Yeah.
mentioned they're
Yeah.
going to try to use part of the SSD as RAM, and it's like that's not the same thing. You don't get to add that onto your graphics memory number.
But they do. They get to make the rules.
Yeah,
Nobody
they
knows
get to throw
anything.
numbers around that'll mislead
Yeah.
people.
It's like the old days of the Jaguar saying it's like 64-bit or whatever because of bullshit math. Yeah.
Sure. So I guess to start, we have to start at the beginning of E3, which was several days before E3 with Google, right? That's the start. That's when it all kicked off.
Yeah, I
Your
guess we can
friends
actually
over at
talk about
Stadia.
Stadia.
Your friends at Stadia. We're here to.
You guys not excited about Stadia?
No.
Nope.
Why not?
First off, it's not for us. And secondly,
Sure.
they didn't show anything that can't be played on just a console.
Yes.
Like they
yeah.
didn't show anything that's like, hey, this thing's got 1,000 fucking like uniquely animating characters doing a huge thing that like not even a $3,000 PC could handle running at 60 FPS because we're running it on a supercomputer
Right.
somewhere in a data center on the other side of the country. It's like they didn't
Yep.
show anything like that. It's like, hey, we got a $1,000
Right.
PC running Assassin's Creed or whatever. It's like I can just do that with the console or my PC.
And I already
Yeah, but
own
then you
it.
gotta
Yeah.
buy that stuff. You
Physical
gotta buy
disc.
that stuff.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta buy that stuff on
And,
Stadia
like-
too, basically.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
it'll be
not-
basically the cost of the game. It won't be like the. So they
Unless
announced
you wanna
is
stream
it
it in
$130 or something? Yeah, is it $130? It's
Yes.
£120, I think. They announced that thing, and I think that's honestly a ripoff. That controller.
Yep.
I'll see it when someone puts it in my hand and I can see the actual difference between like a standard generic plug-in controller and that thing.
Mhm.
But it doesn't even look ergonomically nice. It doesn't even have fucking paddles. It's 2019. What are you doing? So yeah, I think that's a ripoff. I even got a Chromecast Ultra off eBay for like $30.
Sure.
So like I'm already kind of set. I just need to wait for next year. And then like my buy-in is like what, $37?
Yeah.
And like I'll try it for a month. I'll fuck
Sure.
around with their games for like a month at least. Seems
Well,
like an
actually,
interesting thing.
if you're streaming through the Chromecast Ultra, you will need to buy their controller separately too, because there's no
Oh.
like USB ports or anything
or
to hook it up
Bluetooth or
to that.
anything.
Yeah.
Aha. That's interesting. Well, either way, I'll play it on PC.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I like the concept because especially it's a ripe interesting time because I've heard a lot of things about CPUs are changing away from Intel. Now the whole hot thing is AMD or something like that. I think the hot thing again with graphics cards is AMD, and I am not in the position of investing time to figure out what it is for my next build, but I know my next build is within the next year, I think. And if Google Stadia can do what I need it to do for like $8 or like a
Yeah.
full price game cost equivalent, then it might be worth it.
It might be worth it like in 2020, but at launch,
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
definitely not going in for it at all.
Guys,
So my-
2020 is like 6 months from now. That's weird, right? That feels weird,
It
right?
is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
it does.
'Cause,
So
like,
the thing I would say about the Stadia streaming platform stuff is I'm more confident in Microsoft because at least the way they talked about it, they really wanted to make it work on the front end, and we're not so worried about like getting out in front of Stadia or doing any of that kind of like it felt more like they had a plan, a way to implement it, and like different ideas about how to utilize it. Whereas Stadia kind of felt like you can stream games. Like I don't know. It's just like
And then
Pay us
throwing
money.
a
out
little
pie in the
shallow.
sky type shit, like,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna have
Yeah.
stuff that computers can't even do, and they have no like concrete plans for any
Although
of that stuff.
saying that the Watch Dogs Legion shit, where like while I'm playing Watch Dogs Legion with pop cans, because no, sorry, not Watch Dogs, it's the Wildlands, Tom Clancy's Wildlands,
Wildlands,
whatever
yeah.
the
Yeah,
next one's
the,
called, Hardpoint, some shit,
Breaking Point.
Breaking
Breakpoint.
Point or something. Breakpoint.
Breaking Point,
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint, yeah,
I don't
Breaking
fucking
Bad
know.
Point.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. There.
We all forgot. That's great.
Forgettable kind of game.
That
all
says
right,
a
I'll be
lot
honest.
about
Yeah. But when I'm playing that with pop cans and Thouden, it would be kind of cool to like have their screens just in the top right of my corner. So when we're lining up
Sure.
shots, I can make sure pop cans or Thouden isn't fucking up and taking my shit.
What? I would
Or
never.
like when we're
That's-
counting down, I can see when they're actually going to shoot the trigger and not hear it, and see them miss and go, "Oh fuck! I guess I need to shoot."
That's more of a trust
Like-
issue than being able to see their
Yeah.
screens.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
Like the person I play
weird,
co-op, a lot
unique
of co-op
stuff.
games with, it's like I trust him to be fucking smart. I don't have to, like,
Right.
we're on the same wavelength most of the time.
What are you saying? We're on a wavelength, me and DJ.
I don't
all
have
the
to. I don't
time.
have to rein him in
Yeah.
basically to get shit done. It's like, hey, let's do this, and he's down. You know.
Sure.
And I got this idea. We're gonna. If I think he and I played some Wildlands. I don't know. Far Cry. We played a lot of Far Cry. That's what it was. And that requires a little bit of
And-
that.
To keep it short on my end of it, I like what they can potentially do. If the lag from Control moving something to actually seeing it on screen is low enough, then I very much like the concept of what they can do. Of like, I'm gonna spin up a server and everyone theoretically connecting to it is quote unquote right next to each other because the server's right there. The lag entirely turns into reaching out to said controllers.
Yeah.
That would be where the lag comes from. So you don't get sudden lag spikes, which does happen in like Apex Legends when
Yep.
everyone drops down, especially in like they're a similar location. Like even if Popcans and me are hiding away in like the smallest corner, we slow the fuck down because the server's freaking
Yeah.
the fuck out. Yeah, like little things like that, tidbits like that. There's potential for it to be nice, but we'll see. We'll see in 2020.
We'll see in 2020. Is our bet still on? What was our bet again? That
Oh fuck! What was that? I've totally forgot.
I think
$5
I think we bet on how long this thing
Long.
lasts
Long,
until
yeah.
Google kills it.
Oh.
I
I
think
think
You said something stupid like the end of 2020.
I think I said
Yeah,
like I think I said 18 months.
Yeah,
I think I bet
I'll bump that up to
$5
2
would last
years. Sure, why not?
a while.
Yeah,
I
2
don't
years
remember.
sounds about right.
I think it'll last
I
longer.
think it lasts longer than 2 years.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
just
remember what a bet
like
was
I said
now.
earlier. This isn't for us, so like we can just sit here and be like,
Yeah,
this is not going to do well, but it might. It probably will. Who knows? We're fucked. This is how video games are going to be, and then yeah.
I mean, yes, but also, I think you underestimate the amount of Americans who don't have good internet. I think as
yeah,
a
that's it.
rural
I
American,
think
like,
Google underestimates how many people don't have good
yes,
internet.
I think Google
Like,
underestimates. I
Did
think
you
that might be
check
their
with yours, Albie? Like you,
I
I
mean,
think
I'm
you
as
got the
fast as I
worst
can
internet
go.
out of all of us. And is it okay? Did
But-
you do the check thing?
No, I can do the check thing right now, sir.
Oh,
I wouldn't
well,
do it if
I
you're on
don't-
Discord. It's going to give you skewed results.
Yeah,
That's fine. Let's get skewed.
Yeah, I
But
want
I
to
think
see
you're
how
right.
shitty it is.
Like,
yeah, I think you're right.
Maximum
Google
shitty.
doesn't trust enough people. Like, I think the Midwest might have issues where they have lower rates. Anywhere out of cities, essentially, where you have options for like unlimited data. Because if you're out of city, you're probably fucked with like at least $100 internet packages.
yeah, like I had to pay the blood money to get my cap taken off. Like they're like, hey, you need to
Yeah.
subscribe to cable or to TV in your phone to get your data cap removed. I'm like, fine.
That's insane.
Like here, it was only like $50 more a month, but still.
Yeah, I
We're
think
good.
like the big.
We got it.
You're
We're
good.
good. We're good. I don't know. It says I can. You're based on your current download speed of 16 megabytes per second. We expect you to be able to play in high definition on Stadia.
16 meg.
It's because I think they
Yeah,
said
baby.
didn't they say like the minimum for 1080p or whatever was like 10 megabits down?
10. I think it was 10.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to play it. It's gonna look like garbage. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be able to play it. So that's all that matters.
I'm really I'm curious to see how Ghost Recon looks on Stadia.
Yep.
Because if I
Yeah.
like this is probably a bitrate thing because my even like streaming to YouTube where the cap is like 10 megabit up I think for YouTube
Right.
and the cap for Twitch is like 6,000 or whatever or 6 meg up I think. So it might be a bitrate issue, but every time I've seen somebody streaming like Far Cry or something with a lot of foliage, it looks like fucking shit.
Sure. I mean, I think that's the problem. Like it's density. It's a lot of those issues that I'm concerned. I'm concerned. We'll see. As somebody that's in like community development, like I see how many rural grants there are for better high-speed internet all the time come across our grants desk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we don't do that at work, but I see it like a lot in my area of like there's a lot of money going into it, but also it's like a serious problem, like a real density problem that I just don't know if Google's understands how bad that situation is and also understands how poor certain parts of the area are. Like I just don't know. But again, who knows?
And it's like you might have your internet might be fast enough, but it's like what's your routing situation? Like what are your ping times?
Yep.
Like all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I supposedly have fairly good internet. Like, I just did the Stadia speed test and it said I had like high performance or whatever instead of high definition. And in the Project Stream beta, like there was a lot of artifacting, like JPEG style squares all over the video. So I don't know. Hopefully it actually works better at when it's for real out, but it
Who
didn't.
knows?
Yeah, I didn't want to pay money after seeing that for it.
We'll see November time or whatever when people get their packages in.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I'll definitely try it once, just to see what the hell. But
Yeah,
also,
it'd be
I feel like
nice.
yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say it'd be nice if they had some kind of demo or something where
I
you
hope
could
they have a
Yeah.
test
free,
it
like a
out and
free
everything.
weekend or something
Yeah.
like that. I think that's a
Yeah,
good idea for
totally.
them. And I don't know. There are some interesting ideas about what that technology can do. I think if you watch the Giant Bomb at Night stuff, where Phil Spencer kind of talked with Jeff about it, like there were some interesting ideas that popped up there. Like you could save a state and then everybody loads it. Like there's like interesting ideas there, and like little demo slices you
Yeah.
can do in a completely different way now. But who knows? I don't know how long it's gonna. Who knows? Who knows? You know, it'd be interesting to see. Might work well for single player games, like adventure games. That'd be neat. You could play Life is Strange 3 at that point, right?
Oh yeah, the Life is Strange games. They'll live
Hot
on that
bangers.
thing. That works.
um,
We can skip EA. EA had like fucking nothing.
I didn't even
Well,
watch
they
it.
had Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah.
They had a
Does
bad
anyone care about it?
presentation of the
They
Star
had
Wars
yes,
game,
horrible presentation of it.
which apparently didn't show off like the strengths of the game at all. Like
I
it's
heard.
yeah.
I saw the Dark Souls-ish combat. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Apparently, it's a
thanks.
lot more fun to play than it is to look at.
It looked real.
Um,
It looked real Dark Soulsy, like real deliberate, slow movements. I'm like, you're a Jedi. What the fuck is this? Why am I not flipping around and just like destroying everything? And why is there no dismemberment? What are you
you want to
doing?
be
Yeah,
I-
that's the
That's
thing.
yeah.
they're not
Jedi
going to
Academy.
be like, yeah, it's going to be rated T at the highest. It's probably going to be E10 or whatever.
That's what I can never get around with Jedi games. You've got like a lightsaber that's meant to go through everything.
Well,
Jedi-
it's always
doesn't
like
go
that.
through
Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy had a setting that you could turn on.
Yep.
That
you
would
could.
that would turn on.
You
It's
could
it's
slice
like
and dice.
G underscore
Huh.
realistic saber combat 1, and like your
Uh,
saber would do damage even
One.
when you're not swinging it. Like
Yep.
it'll just be like,
Right.
I have this damage stick and I'm just walking around with it, and you can like just run up to guys and just
Yep.
mouse at them. So you just like kind of swing your sword.
Right,
You're
yeah.
not actually attacking, but you're just jabbing him with the lightsaber. It'll deal damage.
Yep. Here you go. I'm gonna wiggle
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
But like I did hear from people that played the demo, and they were saying the lightsaber actually does feel like that.
Absolutely,
It
yeah.
feels like a heavy, damaging like item of power. You aren't flipping around doing Yoda shit or whatever, but I don't
But
kind
it's
of
Star
mind that.
Wars. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like I don't know. I'm okay with it being like a Dark Souls or Sekiro or whatever, but easy.
Sure.
That's fine with me. I mean, it's a licensed game. It seems okay. The robot's cute. I like the idea of it being
It's a
more
pretty
of a
cute robot.
Metroid. It is a cute
Mhm.
robot.
Yeah,
Like
it's the best one they've made.
The best robot.
the developers were actually working on a different game that was a traditional like Metroidvania but 3D like action adventure, and they were like, how about you turn this into a Star Wars game? And they were like, okay, I guess we can do that. So that's apparently what the structure of the game is, and they did not show any of that in the EA Play thing. So, and it actually has like bonfires that respawn the enemy
Yeah.
when you use them. So it's more Dark
Okay.
Souls than I was expecting. Like it's not an RPG and you're not really going to have builds because it's like a
That you know
three-branch
of.
skill tree.
That you know of.
Yeah. Well, they're like, well, you could focus more on your character on the skill tree on like lightsaber combat, and I focus more on acrobatics or whatever. And I was like,
Oh, so
bitch,
it's like
bitch.
Borderlands.
No, it's not. You're just gonna get every skill by the end of the game. Like, don't front or whatever. We know what this game is, kind of, but it's still a licensed game.
Sure.
You still want everybody to do every cool force move,
Oh,
or whatever.
I just hope
I
it's
have
good.
the high ground.
Like I'm probably not gonna play it, but I hope
Yeah.
that it comes out and it's good.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of those recently.
we
Yeah,
need a
you
good. We
need
need a good.
Star Wars
Yeah,
game.
a good Star Wars
Yeah,
game
we
to come
do.
out.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
like
great, just good. Just land it. Just stick the landing. For
Stick the
once.
landing.
Jesus, guys.
Don't fucking piss off everybody, including Disney. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one seems like a much better game than a lot of the Star Wars games lately, though. Like, not that that's hard to do, but I actually want to play it. I'm not going to pay $60 for it because of their track record of making shitty Star Wars games, but it seems like it actually has a chance, and I'm interested to know more about it. So that's okay, I guess.
was there anything else worth talking about from EA's thing?
No.
Apex is getting
Not
a
at
new
all.
character. Isn't
Oh.
it good? How you?
They've already got the best character. I don't
No.
care about any of the other ones.
How about Battlefield is going back to the Pacific?
No,
I'm reading
it's
this
fine.
article by Polygon. How about FIFA Street is back?
No, it's fine. Gigi
No.
Smith Schuster was there. I guess that's a thing.
Who?
That
We
only
didn't have
Albie
him.
will
We
get.
didn't have on the no. I
You
don't
better
think
give me
anyone-
a point for that.
No, I did because
give me
a
I
point for-
cheated and entered it
Yes,
in
yep,
after
same.
it already happened.
Mary!
That's exactly what I did too.
It was
I
during
just-
the
That's why you
live.
set. That's why you set a
Oh my
thing. That's why you set a
God.
deadline on it.
I know.
You better
They
give me
got
a
on
point for that.
one. I'll give you a point.
Yeah, I
You
need a point.
Sneaky and a bunch of liars.
Spoilers, I'm gonna
lie.
get 4 points for E EA.
And they did
Uh,
actually mention Anthem during this thing.
did.
Like they
Oh, did they?
It was
Fuck.
briefly
sad.
mentioned it.
It was sad though. It was
Guess
like
I'm
you
not
watch and
getting
you
a
went,
full points.
my
Like
God.
they're like, we're sorry.
We
we're
learned a lot."
committed To yeah, we're gonna try still, but
It's like,
who knows?
wow. Oof. The rough look. I won't lie.
They barely talked about it, so
Absolutely, yeah.
whatever.
In other news from EA, well, from the Star Wars universe, hey, that Lego Star Wars game actually sounds pretty neat, guys. It's like an open world thing, and you can run around. Be a
Does
Star
it
Wars
still
fan.
Okay.
play like a Lego game? Yeah, like is it still a
Yeah.
Lego licensed
Still a
game?
Lego.
Okay, then no.
But
Because
the
like
camera's in closer. It's like behind the back now rather than up above. Like it's tight.
every time I've tried to play that with my husband, he falls asleep in the middle of gameplay. Like literally. I have to wake him up and I'm like, okay, I tried. We're not gonna play this. Forget it.
Okay. Well, then let's go to the big conference of the show. This is Microsoft, your friends at Microsoft Computer Entertainment. We kind of talked about xCloud already. That kind of got some news there. They didn't give it a
Yeah.
name. They should
I
have
think
went
we
with
talked
something
about
else.
it more than they did. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
They announced their next console, which they didn't give it a name either, and talked about it probably even less than xCloud. So
Project
Well,
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah, the code name is public, I guess. So whatever.
Is that the first
Eh.
time that's happened? By the way, like
No, they
a
acknowledged
console name?
Scorpio.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
Scorpio was fully
Yeah,
like
they
an
were
E3
upfront
thing.
with that.
Like it even had like a Scorpio edition that you could like a pre-order
Yeah,
one.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And set it on the controller and shit.
Interesting.
Poor suckers who bought that.
So what games did you guys like at Microsoft? I thought it was overall like a pretty solid all-around conference. Got a little weird at the end. Started getting like chunky and like it felt like it lost a little momentum after years when there were like wrestlers trapped underneath the stage. Like that's the moment it kind of lost its footing a little bit. But
And they farted out their pyro budget. I think we can all. I was totally right. They would have a car.
they
I was
did.
not expecting that kind
Didn't
of car.
expect a Lego. did you, mother-
Yeah, that was neat. Like
Yeah.
we heard about the Lego rumors for the DLC, but I still did not think
Oh,
about it
so-
being a car made out of Lego, literally.
I had no clue there were Lego rumors. Okay. So yeah, I was also right. They would skip Forza for this year, and they would announce that expansion pack too because it was so fucking delayed. I guess I can talk about Forza Lego now. Just jump it in right now, anyway.
Sure, jump in.
I've been playing it because it actually came out like this
Mhm.
Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday,
This
which is
Thursday.
very surprising that it came out so quickly. It's a mixed bag of affairs. I don't think any. So Game Pass, you won't get the Ultimate Edition, which means you won't get the expansion packs, and like separately, I think Forza Lego is about $15 to $20 or something like that. Unless you're way into Lego, like a Lego nerd, or like no one's really into Forza, or else you would have got this already. Don't buy it, because as
Okay.
far as I can tell, those 3
Done.
Lego cars in the trailer are like the only Lego cars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So they've got a separate world. Like you have to travel to the Lego world, the Lego Valley,
The
or whatever.
Lego Land.
The Lego
The
verse?
Island?
Lego Land. It's a Lego
Is it
Valley.
Lego Island?
Excuse
You
you.
get to go
It's
to
a
Lego
valley.
Island. Oh,
And
I want to go
what's
to Lego
really cool
Island.
is like it legitimately almost everything is made out of Lego. Like lighthouses are not lighthouses. Lampposts are made out of Lego. The bushes on the side of the road are made out of Lego. The trees, the traffic
people.
cones are like made out of stacked Lego. So like I've aimed to like drive on the side of the road just to hit shit and watch it like explode, because it like explodes in lots of little Lego pieces, and it's really fucking fun. Every single time you hit some
Ooh.
shit is really cool. Or like you hit a bush and then like the Lego thing comes off the ground and gets stuck. It's really fun. There's Lego sheepies and Lego cows running around everywhere. And they don't quite run, they like hop because it's fucking Lego, it doesn't move.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like they have themed areas. There's a desert area. There's like an airport. There's a stunt track area. But by and large, you're not really doing much in this Lego unlock. There's if you are fine with like the Lego stuff, you can get bored of that real quick. As I mentioned, there's only 3 cars. So like you're not getting much worthwhile out of this in that sense. And the only good thing that they've done out of this is they've made like the progress of the game system a lot better. So when you played Forza Horizon 4, or even the expansion 1, it would very like slowly just give you unlocks on shit to do. Hey, go race here, go race there, go race here. And then the world map would become a complete mess. This time they've got like the same system, but it's like you have to collect blocks to
Sure.
improve your house and
What?
improve your garage and stuff like you're building a Lego house.
Oh,
You've got a
okay.
little plot of land and you're
Okay.
building a Lego house to make it bigger.
So like Lego Island. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
you're not buying houses like Forza Horizon 4 made you do. You're just building it up once you complete challenges
see.
and races. And the cars are also in that unlocks system as well.
Mhm.
And the only other benefit with the Lego cars is like most of them are like rated, like aspirated appropriately anyway. You can't really do much upgrading, if you get what I mean. Because the
Right.
game usually has a lot of upgrading. There's not much there for those Lego cars. So you're not really doing much of that. But the liveries, that's the term, that's the actual term
Okay.
for it, are very cool, because it's not like you're just spray painting on your livery onto the car. They've adjusted it so that all the livery is made up of stickers like it would be in a Lego
Neat.
car, and it just
Neat.
looks really fucking cool. While someone else talks, I will start putting links in at some point. But yeah, by and large, you don't need to buy this unless you are crazy into Lego. Like
I mean, I love
they
Lego.
added a radio station, a Lego radio station, which is Everything is Awesome, but it's just Everything is Awesome, and it's fucking
Oh,
looped, and it just
That
loops
sounds
and loops
that
for
sounds
days.
not awesome
No,
whatsoever.
it's the
Yeah.
worst.
everything
kinda-
is awesome. Go ahead.
I wish this was a standalone thing,
Sure,
because
yeah.
I would pay for that on its own, but I don't want to keep Game Pass going. Like when I want to play this, if I could just pay $20 and play the Lego part, that would be kind of fun. But I do not own Forza, so whatever.
What if they
Yeah.
just made a new Lego Island game, though? What
No,
if they
that's
did
okay.
Nah, it's all right.
So Microsoft, the rest of Microsoft.
Okay. Microsoft.
Let's see. Halo Infinite. I mean, they didn't really show much of that.
They didn't show anything.
Yeah, no. They're like, it still exists.
It's a
It's
video
still
game.
out there.
Master Chief.
We're still making another one.
Dying Light
eventually.
2. They didn't really show much of anything different that
Not
we
a
didn't already
lot.
know about. So I'm excited for that game, but I mean, they didn't really show much. So
So the ones that stood out to me, Elden Ring, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited
Elden
about that.
Ring.
We don't
Oh,
know
it's
what kind of game it is whatsoever, but it's by the
that
Dark
game.
Souls people. It also has the Game of Thrones dude. The end.
I feel like it's Martin going, let's make a Lord of the Rings game, huh? Let's make Lord of the
I
Rings,
hope
but let me
not.
do it. I don't know, Elden Ring, and like it just seems anyway. I also was super excited about Spiritfarer. That was on my list of really neat games. That looked really, really cool. You were on a boat. You were, I guess, I don't know, delivering people on this boat, delivering spirits to different spots.
Oh, that game.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And there's like
After
an
the
emotional.
Keanu Reeves, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. I
Uh,
was just thinking of Keanu Reeves. I'm
you always
sorry.
think.
yeah, that pretty much like.
I'm still thinking about Keanu. Let's be honest.
How do you
I
top
mean,
that?
I watched.
I
You
don't know.
you don't. I watched Johnny Mnemonic last night, and there are a lot of elements from that game that they took from that movie, including Keanu Reeves. Like they have the laser, like cyber whip thing that strangles and cuts
Cyber
people's
Whip.
heads off, and yeah, that's in the game. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay.
I liked Way to the Woods. That looked like Tokyo Jungle a lot, which that's real neat. That's real neat. It looked like there was a big cat. I like that a lot. I think the highlight of Microsoft's conference, though, I think we all know what it is. It's Blair Witch. Because what the fuck? Because what?
Yeah.
It's a weird way to say
What?
Microsoft Flight Simulator, but okay.
Also,
When's
yeah,
the last time you saw
flight
a
game
flight
that-
simulator get E3
Yeah,
time, like
true.
E3 like screen time? Like here's a trailer.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm
know.
psyched for it.
Looks
Yep.
cool.
It legitimately
I'm
got me
ready. I'm
wanting
good.
to buy a
Like,
hot
I'm in.
ass.
Sure.
It was fancy.
I'm gonna buy a flight stick, folks.
Don't.
I got it.
Don't. But what
It's
if I
time.
bought one?
But what if we did? 12 minutes also was real good.
Yeah.
That looks real
I
neat.
very much enjoyed the segment that he had on the Giant Bomb cast after party that they had. I think it was day 3. He goes into much more detail about what that game actually is. It's very interesting if you listen.
So what did you guys think of Cyber? Let's get to the real banger of the show, and it's called Cyberpunk 2077.
I wish they would
2077.
release that gameplay demo that they
Yeah.
had this year. Like that's what I want to see. Like, yeah, it's a CG trailer and Keanu was there at the end. That's cool. But I read impressions of that gameplay demo, and it seems like Keanu Reeves is like a ghost in the machine. Like he's
Yeah,
in a yeah,
gotta
he's
be
not
fake
a
person.
living character, so you probably won't be able to fuck
Huh.
him. So that's negative
Yeah.
points right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, it seems pretty interesting. It has kind of a standard cyberpunk plot where you get a chip implanted in your head, kind of like Johnny Mnemonic. And it's got mystery data that has something to do with immortality. And Keanu Reeves keeps showing up like the Joker in that Batman game, basically.
Yeah,
They ripped off
that's
that gimmick.
So good.
Great.
So good.
Yeah. He might sing in the game because the character he's playing is a
Oh.
famous rocker boy. Like that's the class from the RPG.
All right.
So there might be songs with Keanu singing, maybe. They wouldn't say when asked. It seems like a cool game. It seems like a game that's actually coming out soon because they brought out the release date with this trailer at Microsoft,
Yep.
April 16th. Yeah, I just want to see more footage of the game actually in action
Me too.
and what I can actually do in the game. So,
Yeah.
still
I mean,
excited
there's
for it.
yeah. Me too. Minecraft Dungeons look good. I'll mention these all. I have a few on my list. Fantasy Star Online 2. Oh my god, we're gonna play that,
Yeah.
right, guys? All right,
I
that's good. Let's
am.
do that.
I've been playing the Japanese version. They're bringing it out on Switch too, like PS4, PC, everything. So that's
Great.
cool.
Yeah. RPG Time, also very neat looking, weird fucking. I don't even understand what that game is. That looks great.
There's a new $200 controller, new version of the Elite
Yeah.
that will work on Project Scarlet when it comes out. So I guess you at least aren't totally wasting your money if you buy one.
It's a lot of money.
Real talk, if the next gen consoles don't have flappy paddle controllers boxed in, what are they even doing?
Yep.
Because
Saving
paddles
money.
are like the
That's what they're
future.
Yeah, saving money. Yeah.
Boo.
Okay.
I don't care about this controller unless you can remap the paddles to like macros on a PC, which you won't be able to.
I
That would be
bet you
because
useful.
can.
why would they? That sounds like a terrible idea. Why would anybody want that? It's probably why a lot of people didn't buy the Elite controller for PC, because you can't. It's like
Oh.
Oh, you can't? Is it like affixed?
no, it's
the,
like
like, fake
software. It's like,
buttons
hey, you make this one is the X button. It's like, no, I want that to be like numpad
Right,
5 on
yeah.
my keyboard.
Yeah.
Like, let me be able to use those in tandem with the face buttons.
Yeah, make them like an
Absolutely.
actual new input, like the buttons on my mouse that I
Yeah.
use for stuff.
Okay.
Microsoft bought Double Fine. That was the
Okay.
only new acquisition announcement. And yeah,
I mean,
no
alright.
Japanese studios, like
I mean,
it was
alright.
rumored.
Play some Psychonauts, man. I'm ready. I'm excited. That's all I want in life is to play the sequel to my favorite game of all time. So,
Well, that's why you need to get a VR headset so you can play the VR spin-off, which
Right.
apparently is like
right.
ties into this new game. So you're gonna be lost.
All right. Well, fuck. Gotta do it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's do it right now. Buy it right now on stream. Let's do it.
Do we even want to talk about Bethesda other than Doom?
I mean, Ghostwire Tokyo, sir.
That looked cool, but it was just a trailer. No
Yeah.
actual gameplay stuff. Same with Deathloop. Is that the name of the
Deathloop?
game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neat.
that was the same thing. Or it's
Neat
by
idea.
the Arcane. That might be cool. Had a cool 60s mod look to it, but we don't know what the game is actually like. So
Fallout,
saying, hey, that
Fallout
looks cool.
76 has a battle royale mode because of course it does. They're trying to Fortnite it.
and they're
Yeah.
adding NPCs, which
We're adding
Yeah.
NPCs. We're making a video game. It's like, all right.
And here's this Commander Keen shit mobile game that we made instead of
Here's
making.
Commander Keen again.
We're gonna take this old IP that everybody holds dear to their heart and just shit all over it and make a really garbage ass mobile game out of it. Nice job,
Absolutely.
EA or Bethesda. Sorry.
buy these hot microtransactions for this. We always make these number one on all app store games when we make mobile games. We're the best mobile game developer of all time.
Yep.
It's us. Bethesda.
Bethesda did announce like Orion, which is like a streaming kind of middleware
was weird.
thing.
Great.
That was weird.
I mean,
What?
yes, it's kind of interesting, I guess, like being able to put more streaming tech out there for people like they did kind of id, not
Did.
Bethesda.
Right, they
Yeah.
did.
Like id brought like multiplayer deathmatch stuff on the internet. Like they were one of the first companies to do that. So and I think it's id mainly working on this. So that
Yeah.
could be cool.
It's like a developer toolkit asset kit.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's-
I remember
yeah.
this.
It's like
Weird.
more efficient gameplay assets streaming stuff or something for streaming.
Which is cool. It makes sense because they can sell it and make money.
Gotta make that cash. Weird time to announce it at E3, but gotta get out there and make that money, I guess. That's where the real
Well,
money is.
they needed to fill time because they did not have much.
They did not have
basically,
any.
So
Except for Doom.
yeah,
Who's ready for
Doom
some
Eternal. It does look neat. It looks more arcadey in a weird
Yep.
way, like is how I would describe it. Like there's a
Mhm.
lot more pickups. There's like more mobility with the hook shot kind of thing. It looks fun. I don't know.
Looks good.
It's Doom.
More Doom.
I'll play
I'll
it.
always take more Doom.
I thought it looked a little weird when it was like 1-ups and shit. I'm like,
Yep.
are they hiding
Really
something? Are
dumb
they
about
hiding
it.
something in this game
Huh.
is like not the same and it's just some like arcade mode boss rush bullshit and they're just trying to hide it, but they had all this footage to show. They couldn't not show the 1-ups and all that stuff. and like the HUD's all kind of neon-y and there's numbers and shit all over it. It's like,
Mhm.
am I in an arcade? Do I need a quarters? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it looks more like like original Unreal Tournament or something in
Yeah,
a weird
kind of.
way with all the neon pickups and
Yeah.
stuff and a lot more colored lighting. But I liked how the first game played, so hopefully
Yep.
this one will be good too.
Yep.
Absolutely. And that's kind of it for Bethesda.
Pretty much
weird
it
one
for
from
Bethesda.
Weird end to Sunday was like, oh, okay.
Blades on Switch. That they announced that. which-
Blades on Switch. Like, great. What?
Yeah, they updated the phone game and I have not checked back in. I'd rather play Mr. Love Queen's Choice than fucking Elder Scrolls
What?
Blades. Yeah,
Mr.
don't worry about
Love.
it. It's a game.
I'm playing it too. Don't be ashamed. All
Why
right.
are you playing it? God damn it.
You going after
Uh,
Kiro?
Oh, we always. You know me. You know your friend. I mean, there was also, was that the day where Devolver did their thing? I thought Devolver's always insane.
Oh,
That was
was
like a nightmare. It was
I think-
crazy.
Yeah,
That was
Bethesda was that night because Microsoft went during the day.
Yep.
And then,
You're
and then
right.
Devolver. I'm
Yeah,
getting,
Devolver
I'm getting
was
these
that
backwards.
night.
I'm
You're
getting these
right.
backwards.
Late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like at 9:00 at night on the East Coast. So
Didn't have much. Honestly,
Yeah.
that video was crazy to watch, but had like nothing.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
My friend Pedro is coming out next week. I'm excited for that.
Woo! Fall
that looks
Guys
fucking
seemed
cool.
cool.
Fall Guys is
It's like MXC, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, or Takeshi's
Oh,
Castle is
yes.
the original show name, but they're a bunch of little neon colored guys, and it's kind of like a battle royale, but you don't shoot people, you just try and survive the obstacle courses. That seems cool.
I thought that was neat.
That does seem cool, yeah.
They're making an arcade game.
They are.
It's a
I-
light gun
Enter-
game.
A
based
light
on-
gun, enter
yeah.
the gungeon thing. That's like, I want it. I want it. I want that thing.
Is
It's so
Raw
weird.
Thrills actually putting that out because they're like the only arcade manufacturer left
Bet.
in the US, basically, like non-pinball? They probably are. I'm just not going to
Probably.
even check.
I think, yeah.
What was after that? Then that was Monday. Then Monday we went to, was it Ubi first?
Ubi. I think it's Ubi.
Yeah,
first.
Ubisoft.
Not what you were wanting. Ubisoft.
Disappointing. Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Weird.
No Beyond Good and Evil 2
Beyond Good and
whatsoever.
No Prince of Persia. When are we gonna get a new
Yeah.
Prince of Persia game? God damn it! Someday.
I know people really wanted Splinter Cell, and it
Also,
was
the Splinter
just
Cell, like-
Sam Fisher in a mobile gotcha game or whatever.
Yeah,
Some Tom
that was
Clancy
funny.
gotcha. It's weird.
Cyber was very upset. Our friend of the show. He was pissed.
I'm excited for
damn
that the Rainbow Six like spinoff thing. Because I didn't get to play the PvE event that happened last year before,
Mhm.
something like that.
Sure.
I started like
It's
right
like
after
based
that
off that.
season, so and it looked really fun, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to playing that.
Same. That's neat.
The main thing Ubisoft showed was Watch Dogs 3
Holy
or Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah.
Holy
Set
cow.
in London.
From what was confirmed about
looks
that,
fucking
like
cool.
how they're doing the voices and stuff, and like they're just using modulation on like a
Yeah.
really high tech. Like that's really good. I
It's a
wanna play
good
an old
way to
lady.
not have to
Merc.
pay too many voice actors for being able to play as everybody in the game.
Yep.
They announced Roller Champions, some
I
roller
played that.
derby thing. Yeah, I installed it, but I haven't played it yet. What
It's
did
a lot
you
of
think?
fun.
Is it
It's
fun?
a lot of
Okay.
it's quick. It's it's not all the way there. It's very kind of clunky at times, but it's got
Hmm.
something. Like it's like the kind of base loop is very fun. There's been some good moments where I've like you steal the ball and you like dunk it and it's like, oh my god, this has that thing that the car game. Oh god.
Well, my husband, Rocket League.
Rocket
yeah,
League, thank you.
I was
Ah.
thinking
The
it's
car game.
probably
car game.
It's
The car
it
game.
seems
Please.
even closer to like Lucio Ball because of like
Yes.
the character
Mhm.
powers or whatever. And my husband fucking loves Lucio Ball, so
It's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
get him
of
to
fun.
try it and see what he thinks. Yeah, he has a.
Good soundtrack.
I don't want to be mean, but the game quality that he goes for.
Lucio Ball's low.
Yeah,
Okay. Somebody link that clip to Gary. It's gonna be great.
yeah. He knows. He knows I fucking hate Lucio Ball, and I make him play it for me on my account. So whatever.
It's a lot of fun though.
It's like Blitzball.
You'll like it when you play it. It's quite good. Oh, and Uplay Plus, which
What?
Uplay Plus.
It's
Uplay.
expensive.
Uplay.
$15 a month. It seems like it's only Ubisoft games, but
Mm.
you do get like all of the DLC available,
Which is a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. But I'm not going to pay $15. It's apparently also going to be available for Stadia. So if you have a subscription to that, you can stream everything on your Stadia account.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to have a Stadia account at launch, you need something to play other than Destiny.
And the cool thing about that though is it makes my dream of playing all the Assassin's Creed games on a stream finally possible. You could play them all with all the DLC. You could finally get caught up on Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, just
which
push
is
Kingdom
like-
Hearts 3 back more.
Just push it into the background and just play all the Assassin's Creed.
There was a dumb part where they advertised a crappy looking TV show for no reason.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What was that? That was like the weirdest moment of like, what are we doing now? Is this
We
like
need
Yeah.
time to fill.
Yeah, like what the hell, Ubisoft? I didn't even like the Rayman stuff, but at least that was interesting press conference wise. Like the Rabbids and Mario shit. Like that was compelling.
Yep.
This is not. No.
Gods and Monsters?
It's a
That's-
Zelda game without
Zelda
Zelda.
type-
Yeah.
Yep. So might be good. All they showed was like a little quick trailer, so
Yeah.
but
Mm.
neat idea. Could be
Also,
cool. It's from the
I
people that
bought-
made Odyssey.
I don't remember who. I think it was Rainbow Six guy presenting. Maybe it was
Mhm.
Ghost Recon, but he had a cool skull shirt made out of kitty cats, and I bought that shirt. So
All right.
get
Can't wait-
ready for me to wear that
Yes.
on the next podcast.
Next
or
podcast.
something.
Whenever you get
That
that,
was-
you have to wear it.
That shirt is now their best-selling shirt too, which I found kind of funny. Yeah, for that
Um,
brand.
Also, Breakpoint, like it's the most generic. Like I don't know, like it's the
Yeah.
Punisher. But then,
We'll
like,
see.
what if you could choose?
No, the
your
Punisher's
side?
the
Like, I
bad
think
guy.
that's- Yeah, the Punisher's the bad
Mhm.
guy.
I love that actor, but like, whatever. I don't care. I have zero care for it.
It would have been more interesting if instead of playing as the ghosts, you play as the enemy side, and like it's like a twist on it. You're actually trying to kill the ghosts. That'd be actually sort of a fun idea. But yeah, I don't know. Ubisoft was disappointing to me. It was like I wanted more pop, more snazzle, more fun
More
weirdness.
snazzle.
Watch Dogs looks
More-
fucking cool.
Watch Dogs is gonna be a good. I'm buying Watch Dogs. I mean, I didn't think I would say that.
I'm not buying it day one. Wait for them reviews.
Wait for them review, of course.
Yeah.
Always-
Same even
always.
with Cyberpunk. I ain't pre-ordering that shit.
Uh huh.
I might pre-order.
will.
I
I might go
might
in on that one.
pre-order Doom Eternal just because one of the customs, like one of the pre-order things you get is a skin for the Revenant for the multiplayer mode, and instead of 2 rocket launchers on his shoulders, they're trumpets. I want that, I want that
That's not
so bad. Like they're acknowledging the
pretty
meme,
good.
and I love it.
Get you. All right. All right. Then we went to Square Enix.
Do we want to talk about the PC gaming show? I don't know if we're doing this chronologically and where that lies in the week.
I think we
guess
already
we could.
fucked that up, but yeah.
Oh, well.
Everything's in a
Oh,
weird
did we?
order.
Oh.
We can talk about the PC gaming show now.
Shenmue
and the
3.
Shenmue 3.
Fucking Shenmue.
Yes.
I would like to say again, if you haven't seen what Jeff Gerstmann of GiantBomb.com said about his experience with Shenmue 3 and like how rough it was. Oh boy.
That was Alex, I think.
Oh, Alex, yes.
Alex
Okay.
Yeah.
Navarro. Yeah.
It was a lot of
Basically,
content.
anyone who saw that game is
Went like, wow.
just flabbergasted at what they
What
brought
year
up.
is this? Yeah.
What year
Yeah.
is like,
At the PC gaming show, they did show a trailer for Telling Lies, which is the new game by the developers of Her Story, and that seemed pretty cool.
Oh
Got a
yeah,
virtual desktop,
yeah.
and it seems like there are some nice quality of life features, like you can instantly search keywords, you can bookmark videos. It seems like on the virtual desktop they have an icon for solitaire too, so I'll probably fuck around with that. Seems neat. I'll play it with Gary. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
can I bring up a game here at this point that I think is the highlight of the PC gaming show, which is, man, Vampire the Masquerade looks so good,
They didn't
guys.
show anything. It was just like another CG
gameplay.
thing. Was
Yeah.
there gameplay?
I don't know if it was at the conference, but they released IGN put out a gameplay trailer and like they put out gameplay stuff. Also, if you watch that IGN gameplay, it's some of the worst gameplay for a video game I've ever seen. Like it's like he's not even like you gotta watch it. To
Are we
understand
talking
how bad
Doom
that IGN
2016
stuff-
of who was it, Kotaku or
Yeah, hold
Polygon or
on.
whatever?
I think it was Polygon. They were playing with a controller too, and it was
How do I
painful.
aim?
It was unbelievable. Like he could not keep his cursor on the screen. It was like it's wild. I'll link it right here.
Midnight
just
Ghost Hunt looks fucking cool.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody took
Good
Prop
idea.
Hunt, the mod for like Gary's mod and like Source Games or whatever. And they're like, we're gonna make this a real game. Okay,
It's like
sure, why not?
What? Yeah. It's such a good idea. It's so fun. Also,
I
just
just-
watch. Yeah.
I just hope that the maps are procedurally generated because that would be fun for like an hour if they weren't. And then you learn where all of the actual props in the room are. So then you're like, oh, that's out of place. That's out of place. That's out of place. We win. Fuck you.
Dan, can
Yeah.
I just say the link you gave us starts at a fucking talking cutscene
Does
and
it?
goes for
That's
like
weird.
a minute or
Sorry,
so.
I don't know why
It's
that
not
linked
great.
that way. I just want you to like watch some of the times he's trying to walk around doors and stuff, and it looks like he's playing with a fucking steering wheel. Like he's like, he can't keep it on the screen. Like he just.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like I see him walking in a crowd and he's like, ooh, ooh,
like
trying to get
drunk.
around people, but preemptively, yep, drunk.
Another cool game from the PC gaming show, Songs of Conquest, which
Yep.
is a Might and Magic turn-based strategy game that looks like Octopath Traveler. A
That looks
little
real
less
neat.
anime. It has 2D mixed with like 3D and nice lighting, and it looks very old, but also very new and fancy as fuck.
Oh,
It
so
looks very
good.
cool. It's cool to have another turn-based strategy game out again
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
like those. Because I'm
Absolutely.
old. Yeah, that looks cool.
I
wanna
think it
see
looks
that
cool,
when it
but
comes out.
I'm so fucking bad at those games. I have like no interest in those at all. But I was like, this looks really fucking cool. But I'm probably never gonna play it, unfortunately.
And I got mad when they kept hyping up Warframe over and over in the show. And then they showed a trailer. They're like, you guys remember that ship combat thing we talked about like a year or so ago?
That was like 2 years
well,
ago.
you'll yeah,
That was a long-ass time
you'll
ago.
find out. Yeah, they're like just showed a little clip of it again. They're like, find out more at TennoCon, July 7th. And I was
Yay!
like, God damn it. I wanted to see actual Warframe
Didn't
stuff.
Bethesda do that a
whatever.
bunch too? They're like, check it out at QuakeCon, the thing that like 16 people go to now.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
totally did.
More people than
Griftlands.
playing the game, though.
Griftlands seems
Good
pretty
plan,
cool.
Sure.
Another
Yep.
another Clie game. I like their art style, or they're just like they're. I don't know how to describe it. It's not really an art style. It's just like how they draw their characters and stuff. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but like Mark of the Ninja looks a lot like Griftlands, like character wise.
Jake, what did
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
what-
I saw
what-
that.
What did you think of Battle Wake, that VR pirate game thing?
No thanks.
No thanks. Okay. I was wondering.
It's a lot of like sitting there and you're like aiming with your head, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sure.
no, if I'm playing a fucking game where I'm on a battleship or like a pirate ship or something, I'm moving around, manipulating shit with my hands, and like aiming cannons and stuff. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure. Okay.
it just seems like they're going the hover junkers direction with it. We're like, hey, why don't we just like, you're in a space, why don't we just move the space around instead of you moving around in the space so you don't get sick?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that makes sense, but I can see people who don't get VR sickness getting VR sickness in that, just because it's like a combination of like, hey, you're on a boat and you're also in VR. So I hope you got an empty
no.
stomach, or took like 7 fucking Dramamine before you did this.
I know it's not a PC game, but I would like to mention one game that I saw a trailer for around E3 called No Straight Road. It's for, I believe it's coming off of PlayStation. And it looks real good. Not a lot of people have probably talked about it, but it was on a few lists of games, and I watched the trailer, and it looks real good. I'll link it in both chats. It looks real cool.
What kind of game is it?
It's a rhythm game.
Oh, okay.
Do you like rhythm? And it has a real neat
I
art
do.
style, and it looks cool. It's cool. And there's like
I don't know about the size of these characters' hands, though. That's a
Don't you
little.
like big hands?
They look like they're from Street Fighter 4. Giant hands and feet.
It's just cool. I think I like it. I like the way it looks a lot. Also, giant legs in the one clip, and then like 130, just giant legs. So that's cool.
Okay, so
PC gaming.
Do we want to run
that was-
through? I just want to run through the VR stuff real quick. There's only a couple games here.
Sure. Go ahead.
Boneworks looks really fucking awesome. I'm excited to play
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Just about have a index funded, so
Cool.
yeah, ordering one of those at the end of September.
Neat.
And
Wait,
that,
you're gonna order it at the end of September, or is that
when
like
they're
the current
available,
ship date?
when they're available again. Because I
Okay.
went on Steam and it's like, you can
So that's
reserve
current.
one and we'll hold on to it for a couple days. If you want to buy it, you can. We'll give you a couple days to buy it, and then we'll release it and somebody else can buy it. And it said like end of September, like the 30th or something, is when the full kit will be available again.
Cool.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck yeah, it's free to reserve. I'll just, yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Boneworks looks cool. I'm glad to see Budget Cuts is getting a sequel.
Cool.
I don't understand why Pistol Whip exists. Like, why would you make a VR rhythm game at all? Like, Beat Saber
Mhm.
is it. It's like,
Sure.
well, does it have
It's like,
stuff
I know
flying at your
I-
face? Because if it doesn't, my brother might actually play it. That was so dumb. I can't believe he was like, I don't want to play it because it's got stuff flying at your face.
it's like, I know I sound kind of defeatist on a lot of VR stuff, but it's like, I've had a VR headset for about 2 years, and I kind of have a good idea of, like, when I see a game that's coming out, it's like, this thing's going to tank. Why are you guys making this? It's like, did you guys do any research at all? Like,
Sure.
and I see stuff, it's like, why does this exist? Like, why are you making this shooter when, like, Onward exists, Pavlov exists, Contractors exist, Standout exists? It's like, all these people who want this are already playing this. So people who want a VR rhythm game are already playing Beat Saber.
Mm.
Yep.
It's like, oh, this one's got guns and you don't have to actually aim and stuff. It's like, okay, sure, but
Mhm.
is it as cool as Beat Saber? Does it make as much sense as Beat Saber?
Sure.
Yeah, but do you like John Wick?
I love John Wick.
Apparently, this game makes you feel like John Wick. You know,
Oh wow, I like John Wick. I should get this game. They
You know
kept
what-
hitting
you know what
that
other
like
VR
every
game-
5 seconds.
you know what other VR game makes you feel like John Wick that's a lot better? Super Hot.
Sure.
So just go play Super Hot.
Yeah.
It's short, but it's a VR game. Of course, it's gonna be a little short.
What
Yeah.
What if I want to feel like I'm playing a Terminator though? Is there an option for me with Terminator? Why were there
Gears
so
of
many
War 5.
Terminators? Why did
Apparently,
they put
there's a
out so
movie. There's
much
a new
money?
Terminator movie coming out. Apparently, so
Yeah, that's probably why.
Follows after Terminator 2, so it's gonna be good.
How haven't there been like 20 had that followed after Terminator 2? Isn't there like 50 different Terminator movies that came after 2? Like what? I don't know. Two final ones I want to mention. Evil Geniuses 2 looks cool. And then that anime, that JRPG one, I don't know what it's called, something Tales.
Chris Tales? Or
Chris
maybe it's
Tales.
Cree Tales? I don't know.
Cree Tales. Whatever you want to say. That looks neat. Looks very pretty. That's all I got.
all right. Square Enix.
Square Enix. Let's wrap this baby up with Square Enix.
We still have Nintendo to do as well.
All right. Final Fantasy 7.
It's okay. I got a little bit of wiggle room as far as schedule goes, so I'm all right. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, the only part of Square Enix presser that I cared about was Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it seems pretty good. I'm glad they added that little KOTOR style thing where you can like slow down the action and do commands.
Why has nobody?
Because I was worried about that.
Nobody's done something like that for a while, and like it was such a good idea with KOTOR.
I'm sorry. You mean Hybrid Heaven, right? Where you get to stop and make your moves.
No, because I never played it.
I didn't play it.
It's a great fucking game.
Dragon Age, don't you do that in Dragon Age?
Well, that's
you did. Though. Yeah, I'm just. It's BioWare, so it's a BioWare game thing. You did in Mass Effect, basically,
that
too.
Fucking XCOM Bureau that no one played or liked.
I
from
played
like,
XCOM.
That had a 60s or 70s thing. Yeah, Wasn't there a major slowdown system in that?
I don't think there was.
Maybe. That sounds familiar.
I remember there was like a slow, like it wasn't really turn-based, but you could slow the game way the fuck down.
Listen, the only thing I remember about the Bureau is that Zach called the alien hotline on my stream for the Bureau, and that was a lot of fun.
Yes, the actual one.
The actual one.
For some reason, I thought that went to just like Coast to Coast AM or something.
I would love to be on Coast to Coast.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh my god, that'd be a dream come true.
West of the Rockies. But yeah.
How about that Final Fantasy VIII remaster?
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking pissed about.
It does. If you go back and look at like the original game, it does actually look a lot better. But I don't know why people thought it was getting like the same treatment as Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
like it always just said remaster, not remake.
And it's like, hey, here's this thing.
What people were hoping for.
Here's this thing we haven't shown anything of, and you've only barely known that we're even working on it for a little while. And here's some gameplay footage. That's what it's gonna look like. It's like.
Like it didn't look too bad. I laughed at it because I thought like, look at this PS2 at best looking shit. But then I saw those screenshots of like the original, and holy shit, that's actually really cool.
PS2 is good compared to the shitty PS1 graphics it actually had. So, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake looks really good.
Yes,
that boss fight looked really good.
Yes, it
All
did.
of the dialogue is fun. I just wanted to talk about how excited I am for that game. And it has a date. It's coming out around my birthday, March 3rd. So I am happy. I'm excited. So there. That's all I want to say about Final Fantasy VII.
What the fuck is this Avengers game? Does
Man,
anybody
nobody knows.
I don't understand.
I don't think the developers are even sure like what it is still. I was listening to Patrick Klepek's impressions from playing the demo and talking to a developer about it. And it seems like it's a weird version of Destiny, maybe, where you're going to have loot and loadouts, and that's how it's multiplayer. So you're going to have...
That would be wild.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
That's actually sort of interesting,
fucking gross, but whatever.
It sounds like Anthem, like somebody trying to make a Destiny type game, and they saw what happened to Anthem, so they're not showing anything of the actual game. But yeah, those characters are ugly. Like, I understand, like, Marvel
Yeah.
probably controls a lot of it,
Yep.
and they want it to be kind of like the movies, just like Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. The Marvel characters looked like shit in that too, so maybe that's just what happens when you make a Marvel game. But I thought they looked okay in Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, they look fine.
But yeah, that game does not look good,
No,
and
it does
does
not.
not seem like it's anywhere close to being done.
That's a
so
2021 game, friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
You know, really
Wow.
capitalizing on that Avengers hype a year and a
Yep.
half from now.
But if
We'll
it
be
actually is
on like the 9th Avengers movie by then. Whatever, people will still fucking buy
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
It'll
They'll have a
actually
new
tie in
set of
with one.
Avengers.
Like Avengers
Yep.
and
17
these
or
will
whatever
seem
the
fresh.
fuck. Hey, everybody's alive again. They died in the last movie. Fuck it, whatever.
That's
Do it
Marvel.
again.
That's comics.
That's comics.
It's true.
Everyone's
Yeah.
alive, and then everybody's also
The
dead.
swerve is not only does Captain America die, but all the others die too. And like 10% into the game, you get the new Avengers that's coming out in the next film.
I
That's
could
the
see
swerve
that
they're going
happening.
for. That's why they all look like dog shit right now.
But if
Apparently,
it's just a loot shooter, I mean, that's just...
the new comics Miss Marvel is apparently a big part of the game too, and she was like some of the narration during the trailer of that, even though they didn't really make it that clear, like the Muslim American teenage girl Miss Marvel.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm not excited for that game. I thought it could be cool, but after seeing the footage, I'm just like,
I just don't know what it
okay.
is. I don't know how you could present that and not...
Other than ugly, I know it's that.
One final one to mention from Square. I think Outriders looks neat. I thought that they were talking a little bit about that. That looks
That
cool.
looks
They make good
generic
shooters.
as fuck, and Bulletstorm sucked. So did Gears
Hey.
of War's Judgment.
Excuse me, Bulletstorm
I-
was fucking amazing.
Please, Mary.
Wow, that's a
I
take.
thought it sucked.
It's a hot take,
Maybe
Mary.
I don't know.
I mean, the story was
I didn't
dumb,
think
but
it
the
sucked,
gameplay
it
was
just
awesome.
Looked bland.
Yeah.
I thought it
Bulletstorm's
kind of
gameplay
played
was
like
awesome.
crap too. They wanted you to do like special moves and chain them all together, but
Yeah.
everything was so dog turd easy. Like I didn't care.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm weird. I didn't like
Dog turds are
Bulletstorm.
easy.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
Outriders
are.
looks
You
neat.
just stop them.
Yep.
I think Outriders looks neat. I don't
It
know.
looks boring.
It didn't look neat.
I
Oh.
totally
wouldn't say
forgot that game
Bulletstorm sucks, but it
existed
didn't
until
look
I
neat.
looked it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, until you guys mentioned and described it, I forgot as well.
Okay. I don't remember anything else from Square. Is there anything else worth mentioning?
It was a lot of ports of old games. So,
They didn't have a subscription model.
No.
yet,
Rumors.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
I posted a news article about them
Yep.
maybe making their own streaming service.
They're considering
so,
it, according to Game
yeah.
Informer. So,
Yep.
which makes like a lot of like that's... Oh, they're all gonna have it now.
It
They're all
makes
gonna
no
have like a...
sense.
But what if you got to play every Final Fantasy without having to pay like $100?
We still don't know if it would be a subscription service or an exclusive downloading service or what form it might take, but we do want to leverage our catalog. So, yeah.
I can see them partnering with like Stadia or xCloud or something, but I don't see them doing their own fucking system.
Yeah, Square is not going to make their own launcher. Like, I did play online, and have y'all seen the Final Fantasy 14 launcher? It's a piece of
Is
shit.
it bad?
So,
Is it bad?
yes,
Oh.
it's very bad, and it feels like it came out of 1999. So, that's what they would definitely partner with somebody for that.
All right. Nintendo. Let's end it. Let's wrap this with Nintendo E3 2019. The weirdest E3 I think we've had in a while, but everything feels up in the air. But I think we've had a few of those over the last few years. Also, I miss Sony. I'll be honest. I miss Sony. They brought a weird professionalism to it that I think E3 sort of needed. So
Sure, yeah.
weird sophistication, fake
I
sophistication.
miss the Shakuhachi man playing the bamboo flute. That was fun.
We all do. You know.
and then finding his Twitter later and finding his weird political tweets.
Oh.
But yeah, Nintendo, a lot of people think Nintendo was the best. I'm
would
like,
agree.
they were okay. It was certainly a lot better than last
How were
year
they
where they
not
just talked
the
about
best?
fucking Smash Brothers. I don't care about Luigi.
Banjo.
I don't
Banjo.
care about the Smash stuff.
Kazooie.
Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire Emblem,
Woo!
Okay.
Fire Emblem looks really
Pokemans.
fucking good.
Pokemon.
They made me mad with Pokemon with the not being able to put all of your Pokemon in there. It's going to be like Let's Go, and it's going to be a selected number of Pokemon, basically. Even though they have like a Pokemon Bank type service coming out for this game, like what's the point? But I did see a leak. Cooking is in the game. You're going to be able to cook curry for your Pokemon, like in a campsite. Very anime style.
Just curry. That's it.
Yes, just curry, just variations of curry.
Okay.
So that's cool. I do want to play the new Pokemon game, but
How you guys feel? How you guys feel about Dark Crystal though? Is that
it's Dark Crystal. It's not a drink. It's
Dark Crystal? Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll
Popping
get
bottles.
excited.
Clubs near you.
That's
I
what
might
that
wanna play-
green screen is blocking. It's the rest of the club that Bowden's in.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, one of these
The
days, I
VIP
swear to
room.
God, it's gonna be something behind that, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's actually in Paris, France." It's like or something.
That's what you're supposed to use the
That's
green screen
great.
for.
Yeah.
But it's actually not. That's
Like a
the
magician's trick.
swerve. You're gonna see the Eiffel Tower behind me one of these.
I've got a blue screen behind the green screen.
Yes.
That's keyed out. And then when I drop the green screen, the blue screen keys out.
That would
That's Paris.
that would be
Yeah.
fancy.
I gotcha. All right, we're doing it. That's good. That's our next step. Gotta order a blue screen tomorrow morning.
Don't
but
do
yeah,
that.
I want to play the Fire Emblem
Me
game
too.
really badly. After I saw, I think Geeta Jackson at Kotaku wrote about her gameplay impressions and specifically brought up Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side and Princess Maker. You plan out a schedule for your students. You like hang out with them, up their stats and everything. Then there's a time skip to 5 years later, and you're fighting the other houses. So it seems like it has a lot of replayability. You follow a schedule like the Tokimeki Memorial games, and you plan out days. And so yeah, I want to play that game. It sounds like you can also date your students too. So it's very anime. Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, apparently you only date them after this time skip, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's
They're not
fine.
technically your student anymore
Fine.
after that. Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, I want to play that game, even though the 3D stuff of it looks super ugly and grungy. And I wish Fire Emblem looked better than that, because man.
The Animal Crossing, though.
I know, right?
It does look really good.
They showed a lot more than I thought they would.
Yes, they did.
It's delayed to next year instead of this year originally, but that's okay.
That's whatever.
Yeah, just I'll be excited when I can actually play it. I like that you can decorate your whole island now instead of just inside your house.
Yes.
So you can like make parks and all sorts of shit.
You
It looks
kinda
adorable.
could before, like you could get build orders in the last game, but it's not as convoluted and awesome as it is in what it looks like in this game.
Yeah, it's a lot more straightforward. And the crafting stuff, I don't know about that because I didn't really like it in the phone game, but hopefully they won't make it as shitty because it's not a phone game. So there you go.
So yeah, there were a lot of neat announcements. I still feel like for me it was Microsoft.
Breath of the Wild
just because
2. You forgot
of
that
this
part.
conference.
That was a big fucking deal. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out.
Is it?
It's in development.
Yes.
To
We all
me, that
thought
was-
so.
To me,
Go ahead,
honestly,
Sam.
that was like a nothing trailer. It was just like, oh yeah, cool. It was like the same
Yeah.
as that Elden Ring thing. Like it showed nothing.
Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
Yeah, it didn't really show anything, but I put a news story in our podcast like a couple weeks ago about Monolith Soft hiring for a new Legend of Zelda game,
You
and
did?
they did work on Breath of the Wild. So I was just like, yeah, it's actually happening. Like, I can actually play it on the Switch instead of the shitty ass Wii U. Whoopee. And also Link's Awakening. That looks really cute.
Yeah.
I
It
want to play
does.
that.
That Cadence of Hyrule looks really good. That's
It does look
now.
That's
good, but I've
out. Yeah,
heard,
that's out already.
yeah, it's short and it's $25, which is the only
Yeah.
reason I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna
Yep.
play it eventually. But Secret of Mana 3, Seiken Densetsu 3, aka Trials of Mana, that's officially out in English now, and they also announced a remake for 2020. And I'm just going to play that because I actually watched some gameplay footage on Nintendo's Treehouse stream, and it actually seems pretty good. I was
Cool.
surprised. So that seems cool.
Is the thing out now part of that collection, and is the collection out now?
The remake is not out now. The way they
Right.
showed the trailer during the direct was super confusing, but the collection is just ROMs of the Game Boy game, the first Super Nintendo game, and then the second Super Nintendo game that only just now came out legally through this in English.
Right. But is the collection out now?
Yeah, the collection's out now.
cool.
It's $40. Yeah. I didn't buy it because I already played that game in like the late 90s with the fan
Fair.
patch. So
And that's kind of. I mean, is there anything else you guys want
It
to
was
mention?
Astral Chain. I don't know much about it,
That
but
looks neat,
people
yeah.
like it.
it
Yeah.
could be cool. It's very anime for sure.
Yes.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. That's
Yeah. It doesn't have breakdancing, and I'm sad about that.
yeah,
Aw.
show.
I
good.
just remembered, I think it was maybe at the PC gaming show, but they showed another trailer for Skatebird, and I
Skatebird.
downloaded the demo for that, and it was adorable and a lot of fun. The only thing that was bad about it is that the camera kind of sucks, but the game isn't out yet, so they can fix that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, did you mention Telling Lies? That Her Story game one? That was
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
talked about
did.
it.
Yeah. I think there were a lot of good game announcements, but this E3 was just sort of. I think we all expected to go in a little bit of different direction, and it kind of ended up being like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting next year, huh?
It's very telling that pretty much every single game announced was like November or like February, March. Like almost none of them were later than March.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. It does feel
Well,
like they're
there's
holding a
Cyberpunk
lot of
comes in
stuff
April.
back. Yeah,
Yeah,
1 month
close
later.
enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it does feel like they're holding a lot of stuff back for the new systems and
Mhm.
all of that stuff. And it
Yep.
seems like Microsoft would have maybe talked more about their new system had Sony actually been there
Yep.
Yes.
in presenting that stuff. So it does feel kind of like they held back when they probably could have talked more. But
Sure.
Can you remind me? The PS4 had its own announcement show
Yes.
in like New York City or some shit. I remember something
Yep.
like that. Did the Xbox One have that, or was that E3?
That was
They had their
E3.
thing
So I
before
can't actually
E3. It
remember.
was a couple months
Yeah.
before
Okay,
E3.
yeah.
They did their thing, and they're like TV this, TV that, and then it got
Ah,
cut
yes,
up and put on
yeah.
YouTube, and
Yep.
then they were like, "Oh fuck."
We made a mistake.
Yeah.
And
I remember that now. Yes.
then they
Okay,
reversed their course hard.
and then Sony at E3 totally just capitalized off of that. Yeah.
Jack
Teed up
Tretton
and
and his
knocked
fucking
them.
smug ass grin. So good. So good.
so good.
In the video. Oh.
So good. Just murder.
But yeah,
So
there
good.
wasn't much murder at all going
No.
on this year at E3. It was kind of disappointing that way. Like the
Yep.
dog on stage murdered.
Yeah,
Keanu
the dog.
murdered.
Bam Bam.
That was about it. Yeah. Like
Isn't it Bam Bam?
that's funny that those
so.
yeah, Bam Bam is the name of the dog. Like it's kind of weird that the big things out of E3 were all just personality based. Like also
Yep.
the developer for Ghostwire, I think her name is Ikumi. I can't
Yes.
remember her last name because I'm terrible. But yeah, it wasn't like holy shit these games. More than like, wow, this person was not boring me to death or
Right.
whatever.
They have actual charisma.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, personally, I think Microsoft was the best one of the conference just because, man, Game Pass, getting a lot of value out of Game Pass. They're really selling
Yeah.
that service a lot hard.
I paid for the dollar Xbox PC Game Pass. It's going to be $5 for a while too. And I've already played Void Bastards and Slay the Spire, and that's worth a fucking dollar. That's for sure. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I added 2 years of Xbox Live Gold and then did the dollar thing just so I'm covered for what is it? Halo Master Chief Collection. That's it
Hmm.
for next year.
Any other games you guys want to mention, or we can wrap this up?
I also bought
Um,
Final Fantasy 12 on the Switch because it was on sale for E3, and that's a pretty good looking PS2 game. It came out like right when the 360 was already out, so it was a lot better than I remember, like cutscene quality wise and everything. It's a good game. Yeah, I won't go forever about that.
I'm beat Witcher 3. I opened up Kingdom Hearts 3. I got God of War in the mail. We're rolling now. Now we can
I want to
get some
hear
stuff
about
done.
that next week.
Oh, we
Yeah,
will.
I
You're
want to
gonna
hear
hear
more. Okay.
some hot takes about somewhat negative things to say about The Witcher 3. So get ready for that.
Okay.
Got some bad takes on The Witcher 3
Well,
coming up.
maybe you just fucked up as a dad and you got the bad ending.
I did
so.
not. I did not. It worked out very well. I enjoyed that game quite a bit. I'm not gonna. But also, there are too many goddamn question marks, and some of the content is really boring. That's just my. There you go. That's
It's
my hot
not.
take.
Yeah, I'm not gonna swim and get treasure chests to just get rid of
Why?
all the
Yeah, it's just
questions
like
on the map.
get rid of that stuff.
with 2 days to go, I can now say I officially beat the Apex Legends Battle Pass.
Put your
By
hands in the
playing
air with
pretty
them.
much every single fucking day to get a level, which was
Why?
the most nightmarish thing. Because level 100 had a cool gun skin, okay?
We up here
So
in 2019.
theoretically, you could stop at 87 and you could have got all your credits back for the next battle pass or whatever. But they were having like 2 weeks of get top 5 and you get a whole level for free. And I was ahead enough where I could just do that and get to level 100. So I did. So that hell is over and a new hell has
The
begun
new
where
hell
I
has
am now
begun.
playing Crackdown 3 with
Oh,
popguns.
fuck.
I
It
saw that
is
you guys
so
were.
bad.
You're both Terry Crews in the game, right?
Yeah, we immediately, of course. Who
Sure.
else would
I
you
mean,
pick?
who else would you pick?
And like he barely speaks. It's a real shame. It's like they didn't even get him in a recording booth. I think he said 2 lines the entire time out.
It's like a Snake in Metal Gear 5 situation.
Yeah, you can see the first like 3 hours because we didn't realize we were playing for 3 hours or some shit. Like in our Twitch archive right now, part 1, you can see all the issues that I had with it. And I'll probably discuss next time in detail why it's so fucking terrible.
Yep.
Also, I'll probably finish it in the next like 4 hours. I'm guessing.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, okay. All right. Well, I think that's our E3 podcast, gentlemen and lady. Thank you for joining me. It's been episode 167. Rums over Baghdad. Look out for streams from all of us. I think people are gonna be doing stuff. DJ's talking about more Crackdown.
Oh
I
boy.
might stream some of
Yeah.
the Witcher DLC, like Blood and Wine and stuff, which will be fun. And then yeah, Sea of Thieves at some point. Yeah, thank you.
I guess I could technically play that now if I wanted to.
Come
Yep.
on over. Let's be pirates this week sometime. I'm off tomorrow. We'll play some pirates.
Okay. I am interested to see all the changes in that game since I
Sure.
played like more than a year ago.
So thank you guys. You can like us on iTunes for as long as iTunes still exists as a thing. It does help out.
iTunes
the
is
show.
dead, I'm pretty sure. Like
It's
as of
just
the
the
Apple
podcast
thing, they
app.
killed it.
What do you send? Oh, so you have to go to the podcast app.
Yeah.
Go to the podcast app. If you can find people that you would like to recommend a podcast, we're always looking for new listeners. We're a warm, friendly bunch. We
Sometimes
talk
we're
about video
mean.
games.
I
I
don't
mean, you're mean
know.
to me primarily, I think.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do the jack off motion sometimes, so you should probably watch the Twitch stream if you want to see
every Sunday
what I'm
at
sarcastic about.
4:30, 4:30, something like that. Whenever we decide to start. Also,
That does not surprise me that you don't know when the podcast starts.
it starts at 4, but
1
it
p.m.
never
Pacific.
starts at 4. 1 p.m. Pacific. 4 o'clock it's supposed to start, but I don't know if we've ever actually started at 4 o'clock on the dot. So, also at Rom's Bag is the Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. You can find all of our Twitter accounts on our website, romsoverbaghdad.com. I want to thank you all for joining us. I've been Albie. That's been our E3 2019 podcast wrap up. Have a good night. Bye-bye.